I have rocks on the brain, but it's not what you think. These are rocks. These rocks think they have it all together when it comes to unity. Are all about the same size, are all about the same color. Rocks are all about the same age. Same age, that means unity, right? It gets better. These rocks have been through the same thing together. They've all been through the crusher. I can sum this up. About the same age, about the same color, varying shades of gray and white, about the same size. They're homogeneous. Plus, they've all been through a common experience. We got unity yet? This group of rocks is known as the independent fundamental gravelites. I don't have much fellowship with the pebblelites down the street. Pebblelites haven't been through the same thing. They've been worn smooth by erosion, not crushed. Pebblelites were formed when they believed that they had a more spiritual experience. It started about the first church of the Trinity Reformed Boulderites downtown. They're just too liberal. Are you ready for the kicker? This big homogeneous group of rocks has a special calling. They have a special task. They have a special project. They're called to be driveway rocks. Yes! Anything can unite rocks. Surely it's a special project. Surely it's something they can do together. Wouldn't you think? What do we have here? It looks like some of these rocks have skipped. They're not part of the group anymore. I wonder what happened. Maybe this rock is saying, hey, I got tired of getting stepped on. Maybe this one's saying, that's nothing. A car dropped a big glop of black oil on top of me. These rocks are saying, I have done my duty for 30 years. Someone else can take over. Some of these rocks are saying, I just don't like the way we do driveways. I've got a better idea. Look at this. There's no glue that holds this together. See how easy it is to create disunity and scatter these rocks? Look at that. Another group of rocks. And see if we can find something else out about how rocks can be united. Now these are rocks too. These are big rocks, little rocks, different colored rocks, different shaped rocks, all kinds of rocks. They don't look all the same size. They don't look all the same color. They're not all the same age. These rocks are here because they were placed here. Look how big and pretty and attractive this rock is. What? Well, here's another big rock. Look at this little one right underneath him. I wonder what that means. I'm thinking that the maker placed every one of these rocks right where he wanted. Each one was chosen and put in just the right place. Now this big rock probably thinks he's pretty important, that the church couldn't live without him. But look at this little one. This little rock probably thinks, boy, hardly anyone notices me. I don't have anything really important to do in the church. In fact, really, all I can do is pray. All you can do is pray? Well, notice how this little rock supports that big one. Because the maker put it right where he wanted it. Found a hole here. Looks like, even though it's kind of hard to get away, that some rock left. It made a hole. Doesn't look quite as pretty as it used to. Remember how I said those rocks weren't very well unified? There was no glue to hold them together? Well, look at this. See what I found? All between these rocks, there's something that holds it together. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if I can create a little disunity like I did over there at that other group of rocks. Ow! That didn't work. Let me try a little harder. Ow! I think this mortar must be like the glue of the Holy Spirit. The unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. These rocks aren't united by just a cause, just some project to do, or by the fact that they're all homogeneous. In fact, they're not homogeneous at all. There's some old rocks here, there's some big rocks here, there's some small rocks here, well, I don't suppose there's any rocks that are young, but they're younger than others. And yet they're unified, they're bound together, and it's hard to break loose. It's because they're united around the life of the Maker. The Maker put it all together. The Maker had something in mind. The Maker chose each one. And that's why this group of rocks does so much better than that one over there. One more thing before we end this cornball rock video. I see that some of these rocks are broken because they're hanging in there because they have support. You notice that? And they're still useful even though they're broken. And right here, these rocks are placed by the Maker where they'll get heat a lot of the time. They're the ones that can take the heat, and the Maker knew that.